Have you ever seen or worked with these balloons? Probably not. They're called Cloudbusters. We recently did a job and we documented the entire process, and we have a few tips and tricks for you. Welcome back to the best balloon channel there is, where we help you build and grow your balloon business through our own experiences. Today we're going to take you behind the scenes of one of the biggest jobs that we've done. This time was for a 30th year anniversary for a law firm. This is the Fairmont Hotel in downtown Toronto, one of the most prestigious hotels in the city. This is the view before we do our 30 massive balloons. If you ever seen or work with Cloudbusters, you know, but if you haven't, this is a Cloudbuster. Like, they are 5.5 feet and we were tasked to do 30 of those. When we were planning the logistics of this job, one of the most challenging parts was the helium. And we ordered 7 of the T-size tank. If you know, you know, but if you don't, this is the biggest size tank you can get, and it's about 130 pounds each tank. We're gonna show you at the end of this video how far it is from your car to the room when you have to set up in a hotel. So it was not easy. Thank you so much to our balloon supplier, Surprise Enterprise. They delivered all those 7 tanks and they pick up the empty tanks about 5 hours later. Thank you so much, guys, for all your help. You're the best. We also had to do some of the standard 3-footers, so I asked Mr. Balloons to walk slowly here so you could see the difference between the 3-footers and these massive balloons. If you are a balloon artist, you probably already worked with 3-foot balloons, but right here I just wanted to show you how big this balloon is. I wanted you to kind of feel it through the screen because it's too big. Look at the 3-foot on the wall, so small compared to this one. It was massive. To make sure all of the balloons were the same size, we used 2 chairs and we measured 5 feet in between. And we did not inflate these balloons to 5.5 because we obviously didn't want any accidents. There is a very particular way to tie this balloon. As you can see here, we have a zip tie and a fishing line. And that's what we use. And whether you like it or not, you have to use a zip tie. You cannot just make a regular knot here. We used a very long piece of 40-pound fishing line that we looped at the middle of the zip tie to give us double strength to hold that balloon. After your zip tie and your fishing line is in place, what I did here is for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want any air to escape, so I twisted the neck of the balloon and then I folded and I hide the zip tie. And as you can see here, it is a much cleaner look, so you don't have that super long neck hanging. And then I use a piece of 260 to tie it all together. And this was the final look. You can see it, the zip tie doesn't show. You don't have that super long neck hanging there. And when it's up in there, it looks a lot better like that. This can all be a one-person job, but I highly recommend that you have somebody to help you. Right now, Mr. Balloons is gonna tie the balloon to a base that I'm gonna show you later. But I was there letting him know how high or how low the balloon needed to be in order for all the balloons to show and the overall look and design of the room. Now, let me share with you some calculations here. Each T-size tank has 300 cubic feet. Each Cloudbuster needed 66 cubic feet of air in order to float. So that's how we came up with the calculation of 7 tanks. We used the 40-60 method here, so we end up using less helium. And if you don't know what that is, let me know in the comments down below. Overall, it took us about 7 hours between my husband and myself to finish this job. We arrived there at 8:30, we finished approximately 3:30, and at around 11 we came back to tear down, but we got the opportunity to see the balloons in action with all the candles light up, and some of the guests were still there, and it looked very, very dreamy. For the weights, we used pavers. First, we wrapped them with packaging tape, then we used a plastic tablecloth, and at the end they were wrapped with sheer fabric. The tear down was a lot easier, and if you're wondering if we're gonna reuse these balloons, we will definitely try. This is a $30 balloon, so if we do get another client that wants a similar look, we will definitely try to reuse the balloons. We were pretty much done at this point. We were just gonna go back to our cart, but before, look how messy that was. There is a lot of powder on those balloons, and we were completely white from head to toes. Now, this part right here is a very important part of the logistics when you're working at a hotel. 9 out of 10 times you're gonna have to use service elevators, the loading dock, the kitchen, or anything like that, because the hotels, they want the best experience for their guests, and it just makes sense, right? They don't want vendors to go through the front door with the ladders, toolbox machines, helium tanks, and all of that. So if you ever get a job at a hotel, be very prepared, bring help. Don't inflate a lot of balloons ahead of time, because every bag of balloons that you bring is going to be an extra trip, and you never know how far it is from the point from where you park to the room that you're going to be setting up. I wouldn't recommend to do a site visit unless it's a very big job like this one, but I will definitely recommend that you allow yourself more time. So if you normally, let's say, book 3 hours for a job, I will recommend you book 4 or 4.5 for a job at a hotel. As you can see here, this is the back of the hotel. And yes, this is a big inconvenience for us vendors, but as long as you are prepared, then you should be fine. And I take the time to record this part because it's something that you never get to see, right? And if you've never exposed to this type of jobs, you wouldn't know. So be prepared with extra time, bring help, and be sure to charge for it. And look what happened here. No, those were all the bricks that we use for weights. It's funny now to talk about it and to watch the video, but it was not funny when you were tired at midnight and just trying to go home. We ended up making multiple trips from this point to the car because we didn't want another accident. There you have it, guys. Another massive corporate event completed with balloons and documented exclusively for you. I hope you found this video useful. There will be more information listed in the description box, and if you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up because it goes a very long way. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.